Hey guys, it's Taylor again. Finally back. I initially had a good excuse. I finally graduated high school after 4.5 years. It was long and horrible, but I'm finally done, so that's good news. But it's still not a good enough excuse for I don't even know how long I've been gone, but I don't want to quit the channel, so I figured better late than never. Now that I graduated, I'm in like this weird phase of life where I need to get a job now because otherwise my parents will get antsy because I still live at home and everything. I've been trying to get a job, but the problem I've had is that applications always require you to put in a gender, almost always, and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to put in or what I have to put in, because I don't know if it's illegal to say that I'm male just because of pay differences and things like that, but imagining having to put in female is it just sounds horrible. I don't want to have to go every day and humiliate myself, you know? So, long story short, I was just wanted to mention this so that if anybody knows or has any advice for me as to what you do when you're trying to get a job, as far as telling your boss and coworkers or the interviewer, or how you go about that. So if you have any advice, let me know on my Tumblr. It should be in the description, because I really need help. So the next topic for me is trans enough, which I think is a really important topic, because I found that when I was younger and trying to figure out how this trans stuff works and what I should do, and trying to get advice from the community, which was, I mean, for me, I couldn't go to support groups because I wasn't out or anything like that, so it was just, internet groups, blogs, things like that. And what I find with a lot of those was that there's a lot of stigma towards trans people for a lot of reasons. I think that many of us get territorial kind of over being trans. We don't like when people do it for attention, even though, well, people don't like to imagine someone doing it for attention or getting a lot of attention for being trans if they're not, because pretty much all of us go through a lot of pain to be where we are. So I don't tend to think that way, though. I don't think it's good, but that's what I found a lot, is where the stigmatizing comes from. And it could be anything. If you're young, if you're under 16 or under 18, or if you're more femme than most, or just a whole slew of reasons. And so I found it hard to get advice at first, because when I was, 12 and 13, everyone, most of the time, they wouldn't respond, or they would say, this is for older people, you're too young, you can't transition right now, and things like that. And so there's a lot of issues with that, and a lot of people saying, you're not enough. You're not enough. You're not old enough. You're not masculine enough. You're not smart enough. You're not, you haven't suffered enough. And there's so many things that they can say, and that's why I try to avoid the blogging community and the whole online community, because words fly so fast, and there's just a lot of hate online. So and nobody really knows the whole story behind anyone, so it can get a bit ridiculous. So I try to just check my mail and stay away from the online communities because of my bad experiences with it. So, but the way I see it, it's important that we teach everyone, whenever we can, that only you can decide if you're enough. And you are enough. Because you know who you are. You're the only one that can know who you are. Nobody can tell you that. And maybe you'll make mistakes or fall over. Everyone does. Everybody makes mistakes. Or, gets ahead of themselves. But you have to remember who you are, and you have to keep going on your own path. Because I think it's really important that everyone, young and old, understands that we have to go on our path, and our mistakes should be ours, and don't ever let anybody give you hate or tell you that you're not enough, because you are, and you have every right to do the right thing and every right to make mistakes. But nobody can tell you that it is a mistake either. They told me, and here I am. And it's the story of many, many trans people, and for some it doesn't end as well as me or all the other wonderful guys on this channel and in the community. Don't let anyone crush your dreams before they start.